Hey everyone, this is Lucid. Welcome back. We are jumping back into our game with Middle-Aged Ulm. It is turn 9. If you recall, our borders have mostly been established with our neighbors reasonably early. It happened by late fall, which ideally you want to still be expanding well into the winter of the first year, but we will not be so lucky. And a lot of that, I think, is this map. This map is a tiny bit tight, and I think I like that. It makes it so it's harder for some nations to have runaway expansion where they end up being 20 or 30 provinces big. And the nations who do get big, they get pressured more from their... They're more likely to get ganged up on, because they're going to be near a lot of people's capitals, and those people are not going to be happy with it. So I think it makes for an interesting kind of balancing mechanic. A message has arrived from Agartha. It's been going all right. This is one of the more cramped spawns, it seems, so I ask you to leave me the plains next to your 2 farms. That's 131, the one I wanted. Otherwise, I would like to offer you a nap too to foster good relations. And then he says, okay, province 131. So I'm not okay with that. I need that. If I had expanded better, I would probably be okay giving it to him. But Uruk has also come to me and asked for one of my provinces. And I've agreed to sell it to him. But I'm not going to give this one to Agartha. Okay, we found 2 sites. Canyon of Playful Winds. I think this is an Air 1. Maybe an Air 2. And then a gem deposit. Yeah, it's an Air 1 and then gem deposit 75 gold. That's a lot of gold. It's basically like a free province. So this is 160. I kind of want to fort this, but you want to be careful forting in your cap circle, because these guys are cap only. We kind of need them. We also found a magic site in Goat Crags, which is Sparkling Fields. And so we're up to Air 2 now. Look at that, guys. It's happened. And that's really good. So once we get hammers, that is going to be 2 Alquils a turn, which is very good. So we had an unexpected event in Dirkwood. A large number of non-faithfuls have decided to immigrate. Part of the population left their homes in search of a better place to live, and faith has decreased. So 650 left. It's annoying. A very ill omen. And Grogswolds. So that is a little annoying. And this guy became a famous hero, and just, I guess, from the turn timer ticking. I guess he got 1 XP and that pushed him over the edge. And so he got a trait, which is Valor. And that means he gets, or gives inspirational to his troops, and he's a pretty good commander. So that's actually really nice. We definitely like having additional morale. We see nobody is here from Agartha. He could have a big group here, which is going to bump, and he definitely wants this province, but I have told him that I want it. And I've killed all the dudes in it, so in some ways I've justified it in my mind to say it's mine. Now, this is not a very strong group, so if I bump Agartha, we're definitely going to lose. Or not definitely, we're probably. I mean, we could still theoretically snipe his commander or something, but we're just going to run in here with our 2 dudes, and they will kill the horse tribe. No problem. There's some very, very small chance that somehow they kill my commander, but other than that, I think we're pretty much safe. If it doesn't work, I've got this dude coming up, and he will take it afterwards. We can see also Abyssia did not attack me, and I was a little worried that he would attack me. I had done a big PD dump here, worried that that might happen, and it didn't happen, so that's good. So we're going to move our dudes up here in case he changes his mind. And yeah, I think that's about it. Here in our capital, you can see we've switched recruitment to also be getting war dogs. And we have also switched recruitment. I already have enough of these air randoms now. I'm going to go ahead and start focusing a little more on long-term economy, and I'm going to start getting these priest-smiths instead of my master-smiths. And that will allow need to save a little bit of upkeep. These guys also are going to be my Iron Blizzard casters, and I want to start accumulating them. And yeah, these War Dogs, again, are for the Barbs, which I need to kill. And the way I'm thinking about it is... I wanted to get these War Dogs last, because they are cheap in terms of resources, but expensive relatively in terms of gold. So let's get all of our high resource units. It saves us a few gold in upkeep. So then, anyway, this turn we're going to take these... Next turn we're going to take these guys and move them down here. And hopefully we will have enough to kill these Barbs. We're also going to take... Because I think I will have enough... Okay, there's a few things that are happening here. Let's talk about them. So I'm putting some gems on this guy. The reason is because I may have an early war with Scaleria. So I'm going to be walking this way, and if I need... These guys are moving this way to fort this. Like, there's a chance that Scaleria attacks me here, even though we've negotiated an app. So I trust him, but I don't trust him enough to not... Anyway, we're gonna move here, just in case. Because losing this first fort would be a big deal. So these guys are moving this way. And then I'm going to have my Prophet, and then this army, we should be able to repel that. We're also moving, like I said, this dude with some Earth Gems. He is going to be able to do, in 2 turns, he can do Legions of Steel if we need to have a big fight. So, anyway, that is that. Outgoing messages. I sent a message to Agartha saying, I'm afraid I can't not take 131. I'm taking it with the scout force this turn, but I have a larger army coming if that fails. I really need it. And then a message to Agartha. So I'd like to nap, but we need to settle the 131 thing. And I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and pull up the next turn, which is turn 10. Turn 10, here we go. We got a battle here. The Horse Tribe. Seeking vengeance for our lost leader. Our quickness dude. Okay. We have a message from Agartha. You already have both the farms and have many better expansion directions than my non-existent ones. And then a message from Abyssia. Saying, greetings, proud people of Ulm. Yes, everyone expanded quite quickly. My spies also report Jotunheim is the biggest at 18 to 20 provinces and is in the process of attacking Scaleria. Interesting. I don't know this, actually. I've been telling him he should, but he hasn't told me, which is odd because I would think that if Jotunheim was going to attack Scaleria after I said that we should double team him, that he would request my help. But maybe he thinks he can just 1v1 Scaleria, which, let me just tell you, is not going to happen. Those, like, Scaleria knows how I think about them, and the secret unit for Scaleria in the early game is the Rotarius, and Rotarius will just murder Jotunheim's giants. Quickness regen, game herdings are just going to get murdered by gladiators. So, Scaleria is probably not using those to expand, so maybe Jotunheim doesn't think they're coming or something, but it's not going to be pretty. Anyway, but that's really good news for me, so I don't... Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, this is super. And then he says, our expansion has been satisfactory. We didn't get everything that we wanted, but we're making do. How about yourself? You share a border with Agartha, I think. How is that going? So, and then we get a message from Jotunheim. We settled our border dispute amicably. After a bit more scouting, I decided Scaleria is a good early war target. I should be putting in attack orders on turn 11. So, Jotunheim's going to attack Scaleria, but apparently hasn't yet, which is a little bit in conflict with what Abyssia said. Did we do our battle? Oh, we did. Okay. A worldwide event. Enchantment rituals are cheaper this month. I don't really have any enchantments, so I won't be doing any of those. Another bad event. Did I take Misfortune or something? No, I took Luck 3. I swear, half the games I take Luck 3. It doesn't do me any good. Part of it is I have a fair number of my provinces that don't have luck in them yet. You know, like this one doesn't have luck even though it's in my dominion. This one has a little bit. This one only has 1. So I think in the early game, your luck 3 may not help you quite as much. Okay, we got this guy, Bartholf, and he's an inspirational commander with very, very high leadership. So dudes under his command are going to get a ton of morale bonuses. He also has pretty high base HP. He has a very, very good plate mail. I don't know what it is, but it's a little higher than his friends who have 23. Shock resistance, fire resistance, cold resistance, poison resistance. So he's a pretty strong dude. Magic resistance isn't horrible. This guy is potentially thuggable. You know, I could put some items on them and then have a Master Smith buff him up, and he would definitely be thuggable. But he's also a really good leader, so I kind of don't want him to die, so we'll have to figure out what we do with him. Now, I probably should have put the dudes on this guy because he would have given them a little bit of a morale bonus, but anyway, I didn't. Okay, now this guy is going to walk down here, and we're going to merge these armies up, and this is what we will use next turn to take that, I think. Wait, am I moving? I actually think I make a mistake here, because I definitely want to take... Okay, this guy's moving up this way, actually. I definitely want to take a Master Smith with them to cast Legions of Steel versus the Barbs. That will make a big difference. It will lower my attrition significantly. But I don't see myself doing that. So I might not end up attacking him next turn, because I'm pretty sure I need one of those. Unless these guys can move there from here, which they can't, okay. So I'd like to build a fort here, but I don't think we have the money. We just built one here, and I'm building a temple, so that's sucking up some of my money, and we're upgrading it to level 2. We haven't started recruiting out of it, because I'm kind of strapped for cash right now. I really need to get my dominion in these farmlands and things like that. That's part of the reason I'm moving one of these priest smiths up here, is so that once this palisade comes up next month, I can go ahead and drop a temple in it. There's a few reasons I want temples early. One is my dominion strength is super low in this build. It's only 4. So getting temples, like once I get my dominion strength up to 5, it's going to make my temples 25% more efficient. Because going from 4 to 5 is a big deal. Like, if your dominion strength 1, your temples do almost nothing. So when you're really low in dominion strength, getting 1 extra dominion strength is a big deal. Going from 9 to 10, though, not as important. But this is really low for dominion strength. It's once I get up to dominion strength 6 by building temples, I'll be a lot more comfortable. I do have tools with inquisitors who can very easily control enemy dominion, so that's one of the reasons you can be a little risky with dominion with Ulm. So I think that's about it. This guy was going to build a fort, but yeah, we ran out of money. And then let's go ahead and pull up the next, or let's do outgoing diplomacy. So message to Jotunheim. Okay, good luck. If he starts winning, let me know immediately, and I'll end my nap and attack ASAP. If you would like me to join in sooner, I probably can as well. So there's a few things. I'm planning on joining in no matter what, but there's 2 things. One is I would like for Jotunheim to ask me to join in. He hasn't. And sometimes joining in a war when people don't ask you can get them pissed off at you. The second is I don't have it. You can see there's nobody to attack Scaleria yet. So I've already timed it out, and I need to take this. This is going to take all of my army. So I'm going to take this, and then once my army is here, it's going to take me 1, 2, 3, 4 turns to attack. So once I take this, I'll probably declare war, or maybe the turn after. And then it'll be 1, 2, and then on the 3rd turn I can attack. So we'll see. It'll probably be the turn I take this. I'll declare war on Scaleria and end my nap, and that will give me just enough time to get my troops over to the border. But that will also hopefully allow Jotunheim to do some of his magic and for them to kind of destroy each other a little bit before I jump in. Now, if he had asked, I would have been happy to go to war at the same time as he did, but I'm not ready yet. I need to kill this. This is a pretty high income province, and theoretically, like Uruk could take it if I kept being lazy. But it's going. If I don't want to have huge losses, it's going to take a very high commitment attack from me. So anyway, we're getting ready to do it, but I'm slow map move. I've got to do it, and then I've got to march my way over here, and it's going to be a few turns. So that is my message to Jotunheim, and I think we're going to talk in Discord pretty soon, where I'm basically going to tell him what I'm telling you. I'm just saying, do you want me to attack? And he'll probably say yeah. So a message to Abyssia. It goes fine with Agartha. We seem to have settled our border, though I believe he wishes he had one province more. This map feels pretty tight every time I play it. Yes, it seems Jotunheim is attacking Scaleria, and to that I would say good riddance. He's probably the best player to rid the world of that undead plague. And then I say, that said, if he wins, we need to address how large he is. For now, though, I'd like to see how his first skirmishes go. The best case scenario is it's a grindy win for Jotunheim. Right, so I hope Jotunheim wins, but hopefully, he is the biggest player. So hopefully he doesn't just steamroll Scaleria, because that would also be not great for me. Because then I'd be bordering on two sides this enormous player. But even that I wouldn't really care about, because I can already tell people... Everybody knows Jotunheim's big, and everybody kind of wants to take a bite out of the pie. But at this point, I'm not 100% sure I'm going to war with Scaleria. I'm pretty sure. But anyway. And then, was that the final message to Agartha? I say, okay, make sure you get the small lake. Agartha can challenge Rayla pretty well underwater, depending on your bliss. If you do it before he gets water elementals... I think most players are sitting around 10 to 12 provinces, except for Abyssia and Jotunheim, so don't feel bad if you're a little small. What am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm at 13, yeah, so I'm right at the 10 to 12 mark. I'll be a little bigger once I get one more, but this is not a very big Ulm. If you remember when I was showing you Ulm expansion in the what was it, the early age guide I did? I got 20. You can easily get 20, 21 year one, and we're just not going to get it because we got pinned in so early. But such is life, and I think a lot of that is this map. And I think that's okay. I actually like it. Construction will be getting level 3 this turn. You can see our research is really picked up. And that's going to be really good because that will open up Legions of Steel. And let's go ahead and do the next turn, which will be turn 11. So turn 11, a worldwide event has occurred. Enchantment rituals are cheaper. Construction of palisades has completed, so not much news. So first infrastructure is coming up. We're starting to build our palisades here. We might have started that last turn, actually. Actually, let's see. No, we're starting it this turn. Abyssia has vacated this border. We see a fair number of dudes here, but none of these guys are really aquatic. So I don't really have to worry about them coming here and attacking. I'm going to patrol this province here. I've got a little bit of unrest built up. And we have a temple, and this fort's being upgraded. We're still not producing Master Smiths because I'm totally tapped out for gold getting my infrastructure up. Which, I don't know. You can argue about whether you think that's right or not, but... we'll definitely start producing dudes once this fortress is upgraded. I don't think we're producing stuff here either. So, some kind of non-optimal stuff going on here, but whatever. And yeah, indeed I am not going to attack these barbarians this turn. One is because just the scouting report is enormous. 110 is a huge number. And I didn't bring anybody to do... Legions of Steel. So we're going to bring this guy with 3 gems. Legions of Steel is an Earth 3 spell, and it takes 40 fatigue. So we can cast it 3 times, but because it's Earth 3 and we don't have Summon Earth power yet, we will need a gem for each time we cast it. And versus this many barbarians, it's definitely going to be worth every time we cast it. So we're going to be bringing this dude in, and then we'll be attacking. Outgoing messages. I sent a message to Uruk saying, these troops are to wipe out this nasty Barb province, no concern. I always want to let people know when I have large troops on their border that I'm not going to attack them. And then I sent a message to Ryla saying, probably the first game where I won't attack Ryla on sight, or maybe ever. How's it been going? Seems you got a few people in the ocean who can jump in there with you, Agartha and Scaleria. What are your plans? Because if you're Ryla, one of the things you're wondering is who can come in and attack me, and Agartha and Scaleria are both on the ocean. So that's a little concerning. I would be more worried about Scaleria than Agartha, but Agartha can definitely run underwater. Especially if they get... well, they don't really have great access to Astral, but if they get anti-magic, then they're really immune to these Mind Blasters, and they have a much easier time going underwater. But they also have to worry about water elementals, so... that's that. So we're in a little bit of a lull. I'm getting infrastructure up, and then I'll start cranking out troops. And yeah, this guy's also bringing some more dudes in, because having more guys is going to mean less attrition. Next turn, we're going to attack this, and then we're probably going to declare war on Scaleria, because, yeah. I don't have... You can see my scouting network is literally horrible. I don't have any scouts in my provinces, so some of the... Okay, I have one here. I'm not making him. Okay, so I'm guilty. You know, like, I totally should do this just to get a little bit better intel. But I think aside from... And I could be making spies, too. Kind of need my armies. I don't know. I'm a little on the fence, because I'm super greedy with... I want mages and armies more than I want spies, but I'm really blind. So part of the reason is I'm talking with Jotunheim and Abyssia in Discord, and they're going to be telling me how this war goes, but I'm really interested in how this war between Jotunheim and Scaleria goes. In almost no circumstances would I come to Scaleria's aid to help them and attack Jotunheim. But if Scaleria is dominating, then I might try some shenanigans here to even raid them more quickly. But really I can't. I've got to wait for this army to go kill that, and then I go over. So there's not much I can do to enter the war sooner. But anyway, that is that. So thank you guys for watching, and I think that's the end of this episode. Take care.